Many men think a woman only tests you when she likes you. But there's another type of test, and this one is far more dangerous. It's the test that happens after her interest starts dropping. And the reason it's dangerous is simple. If you don't recognize it, you will react the wrong way. And that reaction will push her even further away. Here's what most men don't understand. When a woman begins to lose interest, she doesn't always walk away immediately. Instead, she observes. She changes her behavior slightly and watches how you respond. She may become more distant, less responsive, less emotionally engaged. And at the same time, she introduces small situations that reveal your emotional stability. This is the moment where everything can either recover or collapse. Because at this stage, she's not testing you out of curiosity. She's testing to confirm what she already suspects. She's asking herself, is this man still confident, or is he about to start chasing? And your reaction gives her the answer. Most men fail here, not because they don't care, but because they care too much in the wrong way. The moment they feel her pulling back, they react emotionally. They send more messages. They try to fix the distance. They increase effort. From their perspective, it feels logical. If she's pulling away, I should try harder. But attraction doesn't work like that. In fact, this reaction often confirms the exact thing she was testing for. It shows that your emotional state is now dependent on her behavior. And once that happens, the dynamic changes. You're no longer perceived as grounded. You're perceived as reactive. And reactiveness reduces attraction. The truth is, when a woman starts losing interest, your behavior matters more than ever. Not your words, not your effort, your emotional control. Because this is the stage where she's quietly deciding, does this man hold his frame, or does he break under pressure? And most men don't even realize they're being evaluated. They think they're trying to save the connection. But in reality, they're proving that they can't maintain it. Quick moment here. If you want to understand the hidden psychology behind attraction, tests, and relationship dynamics, subscribe to the channel. Because these are the patterns most men only recognize after they've already made the mistake. In the next part, we'll break down the exact behaviors women use to test you when their interest drops, and why they often confuse men even more than direct rejection. Once a woman's interest starts to drop, her behavior doesn't always become obvious. She doesn't always say, "I'm losing interest." Instead, she creates situations that reveal your mindset. And these situations often look small, but they carry meaning. The first common test is delayed or inconsistent communication. She takes longer to reply. Her messages become shorter. The energy in the conversation changes. This is not always about being busy. It's often a way to observe how you react to reduced attention. Do you stay calm? Or do you immediately try to regain control of the interaction? Most men respond by increasing effort. More messages, more questions, more attempts to keep the conversation alive. But this reaction does something subtle. It shifts the balance. Instead of the interaction being mutual, it becomes one-sided. And that confirms low-value behavior in her eyes. The second test is cancellation or lack of effort to meet. Plans become uncertain. She says maybe more often. She cancels without strong reasons. Again, this is not always about logistics. It's about observing your response to uncertainty. Do you maintain your standards? Or do you adjust everything just to keep her interested? Many men respond by becoming more flexible. Too flexible. They rearrange their time, lower their expectations, and accept inconsistent behavior. And in doing so, they signal something important. They are willing to tolerate low effort. The third test is emotional distance in person. Even when you meet, something feels different. Less engagement, less enthusiasm, less connection. This is one of the most confusing tests, because nothing is openly wrong, but nothing feels right either. And this is where most men try hardest to fix things. They become more talkative, more entertaining, more focused on getting a reaction. But this often creates pressure, and pressure pushes attraction further away. The pattern behind all these tests is simple. She reduces effort and watches if you lose your composure. Because what she's really testing is not your ability to impress her. She's testing your ability to remain stable when things are uncertain. And that's where most men fail. Quick pause here. If you're starting to see how these subtle tests work, subscribe to the channel. Because in the final part, we'll break down exactly how confident men respond in these situations, and why their reaction often brings the dynamic back into balance. Now that you understand the tests that happen when a woman's interest drops, the final question is the most important. How do you respond? Because this is where everything is decided. Not by what you say, but by how you behave. The first thing confident men do is they don't react immediately. When communication slows down, they don't rush to fix it. They observe. They give space. They allow the situation to reveal itself. This alone separates them from most men. Because reacting too quickly often comes from anxiety, and anxiety is easy to detect. The second behavior is they match energy, not chase it. If her effort drops, they don't increase theirs. They adjust. They stop over-investing. They allow the interaction to find its natural level. This restores balance, and balance is where attraction can exist. The third behavior is they maintain their life regardless of the situation. They don't pause their goals. They don't become overly focused on one person. Their time remains structured. Their priorities stay intact. This sends a powerful message. Their life is not dependent on the outcome of one connection, and that creates respect. The fourth behavior is they are willing to walk away from low interest. This is the hardest part for many men, because it requires emotional discipline, but it also creates clarity. If the effort remains one-sided, they don't try to force attraction. They step back, not out of ego, but out of self-respect. And here's the interesting part. Sometimes, this is the exact moment when her behavior changes, because when you stop chasing, the pressure disappears. And when pressure disappears, attraction has space to return. But even if it doesn't, you've already won, because you didn't lose your frame trying to hold on to something uncertain. In the end, these tests are not really about her. They are about you, your stability, your discipline, your ability to remain grounded when things are unclear. And once you understand this, you stop reacting emotionally and start responding with clarity. If you want to understand more about female psychology, attraction dynamics, and masculine mindset, subscribe to the channel. Because once you see these patterns clearly, you stop guessing and you start moving with confidence.